Hello, 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 everybody. Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. Surprise! Hi, everybody. I missed you guys. I need to get a little bit of crafting, even though I did a lot of crafting in the car. Not the same. So, say hello when you come in. I missed ya. So I want to see who's here watching. Hi, Jean Ann. Hello, hello. I just need to do a little bit of crafting on my, without doing a kit or anything, just needed to do some wreathing. I've been away from it a bit. Hello, oh, there's all my crickers. Hi, everybody. Hi, Patsy. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Diana. Hi, Laurie. Hi, everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Did you guys miss me? I missed you guys. But I had a wonderful time. You know what I had a best time with? Being unplugged. I'm telling you. I did not miss social media whatsoever. Now, saying that, like I said, I do miss you guys. I don't miss the craziness and stuff that goes on with the social media. So I missed you guys, but I didn't miss the rest of social media. Anyways, I am going to make a fall flower. You definitely can, Ruth Ann. There's many, many tutorials on the ruffles. Hi, everybody. Just check out the large board and you just do ruffle and you would stick it in zip tie or even a pipe cleaner. Hello. I know it was all the hubbub coming back when I came back today. I love being on vacation, but I dread the next day back. How many of you dread the next day back? Oh my God. It just seems like everything is up in chaos, you know, when normally it's just a normal day, but because you've been away from it all, it seems like chaos. I did finish my writing. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more because I have to pre-read it again and everything, so I will post it. I was coming back tomorrow. I am doing a kit tomorrow. For today, I just wanted to craft. So I'm making, look how beautiful this is. This is the ombre set. I believe I called it Fall Leaves. Where's the bag? I believe this is the 3-piece set of Fall Leaves. I'm going to throw things up. I throw everything out. Yeah, Fall Leaves. So there is the supplies posted. So it's a copper brown. So it's not a dark brown, but a lighter brown with copper foil. And then we have an antique. Actually, I'll pull these out so you guys can see. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Very easy to do. Just a little time consuming, but if you have time, this one's a winner for sure. So this first one, I'm going to do my ombre from dark to light. You can do it any way you want. You can do the outside light to dark. Hi, Sparrow. Oh my God, we had to keep going on what was called Sparrow Drive in Edmonton. And every time we went on to Sparrow Drive and the GPS lady said Sparrow, I thought of you. Anyways, so we got a copper. We have an antique gold. And then we have a brighter gold, and that is called Fall Leaves ombre pack. So you get all 3 in the pack. I think it's like $15. It's a really, really good price. So I've already picked all the colors out for you. And then you just pick whatever you want for your center. I am doing this on the large board. I'm going to flip this over because I am doing a really full fall flower. So I am using row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. I do plan on using this chocolate brown tubing for the center. So all of this stuff you can get on uniqueinthecreek.com. I have listed all the supplies. But once we're done the flower, I'm going to go through all kinds of different centers we can use on this flower. But I just wanted to show you, I am using all the holes and shared holes on row 2. I am using all the holes and shared holes on row 3. On row 4, the same, all holes, shared holes, and row 5, all of them. This is going to be a nice big wreath, okay? I did wood burn my mesh because I don't want this fraying on me, okay? So I have some to load still. So what I'm doing, I'm preloading row 2. Let me see if I can zoom in any further. And we're going to be using shared holes, and we call them shared holes because there's already a zip tie in there, but we're going to use this hole to the next hole and then do the zip tie up, and that's why we call it a shared hole. Okay, so just like that. So on row 2, you're actually going to use 32 pieces of the copper if you choose to do dark. Okay, so 32 pieces. Now, like I said, I'm making it very, very full. And we'll go through the petal I'm using. So there is all the zip ties on row 2, and you'll see on the back, it'll look like stitching. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I missed you guys all too. So you can see, it looks like all stitching, and you can see if you've missed any spots either. So on row 3, I have a few to do here as well. So we're doing normal holes to shared, so down and up. Well, thank you, everybody. I missed you guys all too, and we had a wonderful vacation. I was mentally rested. Physically, not so much. We did over 2,000 kilometers of driving. That was a little hard on the back. Thank God for heated seats. They were a godsend. But Dave and I had a wonderful time and just enjoyed each other's company. All right, so my board is completely loaded. Okay, so row 2 complete, row 3 all the way around complete, row 4, and row 5. And like I said, I'm using the copper on the outside row, so the brown copper. And I'm using a very simple petal. Okay, and I was doing this upstairs where we were watching our, shows. So I was doing it on my lap. So I didn't band anything. I was just putting the petals in as I was making them. So to make this petal, you're going to take, like I said, I did wood burn this at 10 inches. Okay, you are going to take your 10-inch piece, curl up, which means if I let go, it's going to curl up, boings up, right? Turn it to the left. So your factory edge is on the top left, bottom right, like I always teach. Okay, into a diamond shape. I'm then going to take this top corner, I'm going to bring it to the bottom corner. But what I'm going to do is when I'm bringing it to the bottom corner, I'm going to put my left hand, my left pointer finger, right in the center where I've folded it over. Okay? And then I'm going to bring the top down to where my finger is. I'm going to bring the bottom corner up just a smidge above the top corner. All right, so this is what we have. And then I'm just going to pinch it or slide it just like that. Okay, so you have kind of like a bow, I don't know what kind of shape, helicopter, propeller. Hey, that's a good name. Propeller petal. The propeller petal. Okay, I don't think this has ever been named. We keep doing it, and this is a lot of the ways we all make our leaves for our flowers. So I've always called it just the leaf flower, but it kind of looks like a propeller. Wouldn't you guys agree? Anyways, you're gonna flip it over. So what you have where we've scrunched it up, we're gonna flip that over, and then I'm going to take the right hand side and then just kind of bring it over the left hand side, just like that. And I just push my hand down on it. And when I do that, I'm just seeing if the two ends are the same size. And they are, meaning they're the same length, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's pretty easy to do, especially if you make yourself that center point like I did with my finger. This petal is very easy to do, and you can keep it uniform. All right, now I'm going to take my nub, which is that bottom rounded piece here, and I'm just going to place it into the zip tie of my fully loaded board and do the zip tie up. Now I'm working clockwise, okay? That makes a difference because if you work clockwise with a petal like this, when you put your petal into the zip tie, your factory edges are going to be on top of each other. So let's zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in anymore, but can you see how, see the factory edge, factory edge, factory edge? We want the factory edges showing, and we want the cut edges, so that's where I wood burned it. It will be against the door. So we're not gonna see this, like you can see that there's a string here, but I could see it. You guys probably couldn't see it because it's underneath the factory edge, okay? So that's a good little tidbit when you're making a flower like this, is to go around each row clockwise. So each petal lays with the factory edge on the top. And so let's do that again. Okay, curl up, diamond shape. This is top to the bottom. The factory edge was on the left. I'm just going to slide my left hand right into the center, bring that top corner down to where my finger was, the bottom corner up just a little bit above the top, and then you're just going to slide it right down the middle, and there's our propeller. Flip it over, and then I'm going to flip it up just like that. Again, press down to see where each side is even, and if you need to adjust it, you're going to adjust it by the middle here, so where the nub is. So if you fold it in half and it turns out like this, you can see obviously one side is shorter than the other. You want to adjust it, you're just going to adjust it in the middle, just like that. Okay, and then once you have it adjusted, you're going to take your nub, stick it in your zip tie, and again you can see, because I'm going going clockwise, that the factory edge is on top of the petal next to it. All right, and you just do the zip tie up. So you just keep going around with that same petal. Thank you, everybody. Now, if you do counterclockwise, you'll have to keep lifting the petal beside it, tucking it down to put the factory edge over it. So it just saves time if you do it clockwise. This is a normal metallic DECOMESH. So it's nothing fancy. It's a bit, not thinner, but a thinner metallic stripe in it. But I like to use this thinner metallic stripe because you can see the colors through each row, which gives you that ombre look, okay? If you were to use, say like a poly burlap, you would not see the different colors coming through the mesh because it's just too thick. So when I do ombres, I like to use the thinner metallic mesh. And that's why the 3 rolls are only like $15 because it's not super expensive mesh. So you could get the rolls for $15, get the board, put whatever center you want in it, and I'll show you different centers. And you could sell this wreath for like $65. Easy. It will be very large once we're done. All right, this is the last one on row 2. This is the last of the copper. Hi, Judes, thanks. Okay, so now that last petal I did, I have to see how this cut edge is on the top here. If you were doing it counterclockwise, this is what you would have to do all the time. You'd have to take this petal and then the neighboring petal, bring this one down and bring this one over top. So it just saves a lot of time and less touching. I don't know what the word is. You don't touch the mesh as much when you do it clockwise. We don't want to touch the I'm tongue-tied. We don't want to touch it when because it likes to fray. All right, let's get our wire nippers. Thank you, everybody, for a nice welcome home. I did not plan this live. This is Laurie needs to make a wreath before she screams kind of crafting night. All right, so that is our copper. I bet you can probably see already how big this wreath is really going to be. And I'm actually going to flatten it when we're done, so I put books all around it so it's not super puffy. But right now it is already 30 inches in diameter. Okay, so the next row is row 3, and I'm going to use the antique gold or old gold color. And we're doing the exact same petal. Oh, I really need to clean up my craft table. Well, if I didn't go live, I would have probably, I don't know what I've done. I just needed to, I needed to see you guys. We did enjoy our holiday away. We didn't get to do everything we wanted. We had some bad weather up in Saskatchewan. Hail. I did take a video of it because I've never seen anything like it in the middle of the summer. It was crazy. But it was a lot of fun to spend, you know, the time with the grandkids. We were actually there for Cameron, his very first birthday. So the day we arrived in Cold Lake, Alberta was his actual birthday. So we went for a birthday dinner and had cake and everything. So that was really nice. And that was actually the first time we actually met him. And then, of course, all the other grandkids were all excited to see us. So this is the middle color of the fall leaves set. And I think we have another one, a fall one with more, with burgundies. So if you like more of the burgundy colors for fall than the brownish gold colors for fall, you can do the exact same thing just with those three mesh. Thanks, Dottie. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Liz. How are you doing, honey? I was up kind of close to you. I was in your same province. I did get to meet the beautiful Miss Judy Baker. That was a real treat for me. Dave Fred Nelson is married. 46 years, Suzanne. Easy there. Yes, it's a lot of driving, Liz. Trust me, I was thinking about coming to see you, but we didn't even get to see Dave's dad because we ran out of time and then the weather just wasn't on our side. So, oh, we don't want that color. I just cut each roll, all of it, so. And obviously you can do whatever petal you want. I like to do a petal like this because I like, if you're gonna use the ombre, use it as an ombre. You wanna see the three colors blending, right? And this type of petal will give you that. And that's why a lot of times you'll see me doing this petal. Yeah, Liz, one day, well, we probably will be going back. I think we were talking about going to Calgary next year, to the Stampede, and going to Banff. So that is something we were talking about. All right, so I'm going to take my next petal. This is the last one on this side, on this row. So I'm taking the next to it so I can make sure that that factory edge is showing and not the cut edge. It would. The Bubba petal would work, and so would the Rita. Anything where it kind of flares out and there's only one, what's the word I'm looking for? There's not like one layer, that's the word. Now, again, I want to reiterate, I did wood burn this mesh. Another good petal, if you don't want to wood burn your mesh, another good petal is the rolled petal to use for a ombre set. And that way you don't have to wood burn it because it's rolled and you don't see the edges. Are your stomping grounds? Cool. Okay, so the next color I am using, now I do have a lot of antique. I did do row 4. I was using all the gold. I do have a lot of antique left. Okay, I'm just going to continue with what I was doing. But you could do this row every other, the bright gold in antique, if you wanted. I'm just going to continue on with the bright. So the next rows 4 and 5 is going to be the bright gold. I really don't have a name for this. I think I'm just going to call it the propeller because it looks like a propeller when you do it. I don't know. There might be a name already out there for it. I have no idea. We normally use this petal for the leaves on our flowers. Yeah, it's the leaf petal. So that's right, Tina, it does have a name. Oh, that's one of the first times I had a zip tie break. That's crazy. So these zip ties are only 6.3 inches. So you don't need an 18 pound. You don't need anything huge and extreme. Angel wing petal, yeah. There's all kinds. I think we did tutorials on it, and Tina's right. I think we just called it the leaf petal. Because like I said, we all pretty much use this petal to make our green leaves for everything. But it makes an awfully pretty flower as well. Thank you, thank you. So what's new with everybody? Did I miss anything while I was gone? So this is row 4. And you can pre-make your petals if you want. So you would just fold your petals like normal, and then you could elastic band it. You can put a clip on it. However, I'm just putting them in as I'm making them. Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Deborah. You're busy making wreaths? Well, that's a good sign. So this does end up looking like a fall sunflower, obviously. Did I get the gift you sent me? I'm not sure, Tracy. I'll have to ask Dave if there was anything at the office. But thank you in advance, and I will, as soon as I'm off the live, I will ask Dave if anything came in. Actually, I think I did. I think I showed it on the live, did I not? Before I went away? Hello from Alabama. All right, last one for row 4. So this flower is pretty big. You can see it's taking up most of my craft table. But it's gonna look stunning on my door. All right, so again, I'm gonna take that, make sure that the factory edge is showing. And again, like I said earlier, I am going to be putting just a few books. After I straighten out all the petals, I put books going all the way around, and I'll do that overnight, and it will help flatten the petals down just a little bit, because DECOMESH, we all know, has a mind of its own and does what it wants. You kind of have to train it to do what you want it to do. All right, we're doing row 5 with the light gold as well. They did, I heard. Some fabulous, fabulous designs. So we have 8 more to do. Now I'm going to build the center for this flower. I'm going to build it right on the board. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to use, I think I might use some tubing, like I showed, some dark brown Deco tubing. But I'm going to show you different centers and what they would look like on a flower like this. Hi, Anna. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Yes, these are cut 10 by 10, and I have wood burned them. Because I'm manipulating the mesh a bit, I didn't want to see any frays. Hello, Georgie. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to everybody for joining me. If you wouldn't mind floating my boat, I would so greatly appreciate it. Hi, Tony. How are you? A few more pieces. Phew. Well, Tina runs the show, right? Thanks, Teresa. So it was a lot of fun. But now is moving Laurie. Laurie is moving to university at the end of the month, so we have to get her all her stuff for residence. So, and we're moving websites, and there is just so much going on in my life right now, business and personal. It's crazy, but we'll get through. Yep, let's knock something else over, Laura. I really have to clean my table off. It's like a very little space. Although, to be fair, this is a big wreath. Oh my gosh, my cousin and his wife, they babysit the babies, the fur babies. And oh my God, my cousin's wife, I just love her to death. I came home to an immaculately clean home, up and down. She cleaned my house. You could eat off the floor. Like, I was so happy, I almost cried that I didn't have to clean my house. Gotta love family. All right, last one. Okay, look at how beautiful this is. We got lots of mesh left. So I'm gonna show you a few ideas, like I said, for some centers. A center that you can do right on the board. So we'll go through a few of them. All right, so I like to use my nipper, and if you don't squeeze really tight with these, you can pull and then snip and get the zip tie a little bit tighter. So pull and then go right down to the zip tie head and snip. Now these are only supposed to be single use, but they're made for wire and everything, so obviously you get multiple uses out of them. Okay, that is a big one, isn't it? Look at this monstrosity, but it's gorge. Gorge. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to show you guys, we can use some of the light gold and have light gold ruffles in the center, and then have these, you know, leaf petals, and then have it that way. Or we can use the tubing. So this is chocolate brown. What is it? Just burlap, sorry, burlap tubing. So we have it in all different colors, but the brown I thought would be perfect for it. So we can either do that one or just the gold. I'll probably do both. However, there's other things you can use for a center as well. You can go with, I just grabbed a gold. It may not quite match, but I just wanted to show you, you can do a bling center. The gold may not, actually the gold does match. This is the gold bling rope on, I believe this is a 5-inch ball. So you could do that. You can take a regular sunflower center that we sell. It is FJ5175. You can do an easy, you just put a cable mount on the back with a pipe cleaner and put it right down the middle of the wreath. Easy peasy. Like that. Or you can do something like this. So this one is this exact wreath center. The only thing is I spray painted it dark brown. Now I did use it in another wreath, a blue one, but I just wanted to show you guys, you can change the color of these if you want with just some spray paint. So this is what a dark brown, very chocolate brown center would look like, and that looks fabulous. It really does. I love how it brings out all the golds. That one, or you can do sign ones. So that particular one's not the greatest, but that one would be cool. These are just the metal signs. They're realistic looking flower centers. This one happens to be 1715 in a 6-inch. That one looks really pretty. It's got the yellow, goldy yellow flowers in it. You can use a normal sign. I didn't bring any fall ones home, but just so you can see, that one's really pretty. It's got the golds and the browns in it. So you can find a fall one that has, you know, these colors in it. This is a 6-inch, or you can go with a little bit bigger with an 8-inch sign. Now, again, this one, I apologize, I didn't get Dave to bring any signs home, but I just wanted to show you, we have a lot of beautiful new fall inspired wreath signs made in-house that would go with this wreath. So you can do the 8-inch, or you can do a 6-inch. You can do the faux. You can do bling. You pretty much can do anything. But I'm going to show you how we can use some tubing, or you can use some of the extra mesh. So what we're going to do is you're going to take some more zip ties, and we're going to go over top. We are going to go over top of row 5, down and up. I'm going to go over top of the zip ties that are already there. Okay? So we'll leave that open. And we can leave this one open. I don't think we'll need that many pieces. Let's try one. Okay, so I am using the gold, well, light gold, because I want the whole thing in the center to be light gold. So what you can do is we're going to do a kerfuffle in the center. So I'm going to take that 10-inch by 10-inch piece. I'm going to fold. The factory edges are on the left and right, and the cut edges are on the top and bottom, curl up. I'm going to fold the cut edge into the center, and I'm going to take the top one and fold it down so it kind of looks like an envelope sort of shape, and then I'm going to pinch it right into the middle, and it looks like a bow tie, right? We're going to flip it over because we want the cut edge to the bottom. And what you can do is where you pinched it in the middle, we're going to put this right on top of the zip tie, right in the center, and do that zip tie up. Okay, and then we're going to cut that. And then we're going to do the next one. So I'm going to use all 8. I'm going to have a nice full center. Speaking of centers, we're going to start in the very center one, that very center here. Let's do that one before we get all these kerfuffles in there. So down and up, leave it open. You could use brown. I like the look of the center being all one color, but just a different petal type. But yes, you absolutely could use the rest of the copper in the center if you wanted, but that's not the look I'm going for. So you can do whatever you want. So you're going to take your piece. Now it's going to stick to my Deco tubing. So it's best if you're going to do this to do the center one first. Just put it in the middle and do the zip tie up. So you don't need any extra supplies or anything. All you need is to build your center right on the board. And you already have all the mesh and it's cut. Probably be easier before I get all these kerfuffles in there, I'm going to go around and put all the zip ties in. I'm not closing them, I'm keeping them open. So I'm going right over top of the zip ties that are already on the board that we put the leaf petal in. Yes, there is so many options. And there, if you go onto our YouTube channel, under large designs or even flower designs, there's a playlist on our YouTube channel. You can see all the different variations, but it's up to you whatever you want to do. However you want to make it, however you want to do your center. So I'm just going to go around, put the center of the mesh with the cut edge down, and we'll go around the center. And then pull it tight. And kind of push this out of the way. Do the next one. Yes, this mesh is wood burned because I knew I was going to be manipulating it quite a bit, so I didn't want any frays. this tubing has to go. It's getting snagged on my mesh here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just really putting the center right down on the zip tie and coming around with it. And you won't see any of the zip ties because the mesh hides it all. A couple more. So you can see when I like to do the same color sometimes as the last row because it kind of looks like a burst, like a starburst or just a big burst of color. And I like that look. Now I gotta figure out which head goes with what tail. So we're getting a little bit tight in here, but we only have 2 more left, so. So again, this is just the 3 rolls of the mesh and large board and the zip ties. One. Bring it down a bit so you can possibly see. Just move the zip tie so I know which head goes with what tail. Yes, the other ombre has, it's burgundies and gold. This one is browns, golds. And of course I put this zip tie in backwards. I think it twisted on me. Now, like I said, I'm using all the mesh right up because I wanted a nice big full flower. Whew, one more. Thank God. I don't know if my back could take much more. I think they flip over as I'm touching them. I have no idea how they flip over. The zip ties I'm talking about. All right, one more. And I have 2 pieces of the light gold left to spare. So I just wanted to show you guys this way that, you know, you don't have to buy all kinds of extra stuff. You can use what you have on hand. Yes, this was wood burned. There we go. So now I'm just gently going to kind of separate. So we got a ruffle kind of look in the center. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So there it is. Can't get it all in. There we go. That's the side. So the center is kind of just coming out a little bit. Isn't that pretty? So you can distinguish the colors because the petals are different. So we did the leaf petal and then the kerfuffle. All with the large board and some zip ties. Now we're going to put a hanger. So you go one hole to the other hole, do your zip tie up. Your back of your wreath is all nice and neat. You're going to put your business card, tape it on, or put a sticker on the back. So they come for their Christmas wreath. And there we go. Beautiful, all right? Who would have thought browns could be so pretty? Well, browns and gold. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I was going to do the tubing. The tubing's cute too. I do have tutorials on how to do the tubing on my YouTube channel, should you want to do it. But I think I really just like it like this. And we just used the supplies that we had on hand. So like I said, I am going to, when I go upstairs, because it likes to do its own thing. So if you go around, and I like to put books, you can see when I press down, see how I press down, the petals kind of flare out and sit better. You can see them. So I go and put books all the way around, just the outside, so these brown ones don't curl in on themselves and you can actually see them better. And then when you do that, it makes the wreath even bigger. So when you flatten your wreath, the outside rows, when you flatten them down, like I said, just put some books on them overnight. I'll take a picture of how I do it. It ends up being about 32 inches in diameter. And we have 2 pieces of the gold left, or 3 pieces. I have gold over here. So if you want, so we got 3. You could even do the antique gold for the center if you wanted. If you wanted it, because it's just a little bit darker, right? So if you wanted it a little darker in the center, you could use the antique gold. We have a lot of the antique gold left. And it would definitely, you could use it and make a flower center for another flower. So you already have it cut. It would be perfect for a flower center, doing it just like I just did it. We have about 4 or 5 pieces of the copper left. And like I said, I have 3 pieces of the light gold. And I used the 3 rolls of mesh. That's all you need. Grab a bag of zip ties, grab a large board. You could even do this on the small board. And there you go. Beautiful. Right? Right. All, of course, on the Unique in the Creek board. Thanks, everybody. Anyways, okay, so now I'm going to go now. I just needed to craft, you guys. So thank you for joining me. The replay will be available on our YouTube channel. Make sure you post your wreaths when you're done on Unique Wreath Creators, so I can check out what you guys are doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I actually really like it too. It's very pretty. I can't wait to take a picture on the door. I am going to flatten it first, so I will take a picture tomorrow when I get up. Yeah, and tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I don't think we made the event yet, but tomorrow at 4 o'clock here and on YouTube, I will be doing the Winter Wishes Owl Kit. It is sold out. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm doing the red and green elf. I'll be doing the red and green elf kit tomorrow at 4 o'clock, if nothing goes wrong. If it's anything like today, I'm not too sure. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for watching me and Unique in the Creek. Bye, everybody.